Alright, this is a Heoi session. Dialogue. You know the drill. Huh. Well, a game called Vindictus got an update just now. I just got some news about that. Vindictus is an MMO. Holy crap, we just walked inside. We just walked through people. These people are just not even solid objects. and we witness a family falling apart. Alright, let's go to Chrome Alley. Got Ambrose moving around. Wow. Omnitech Alpha Legs is what I was just gonna buy for 3K, but with the reduced amount of essence that it takes, I think I might get the enhanced articulation. There's some crazy arm cyberware. I mean, look at this arm. Passive. When incoming grenades target the user, they're automatically flung back to their source. You get some strength with that and grab that arm, you can stay near your allies and you don't have to worry as much about being bunched together. Because the enemies will grenade the shit out of you. And then this other one makes you damn near immune to being stunned. So you can't be stunned down to like negative 15 AP or some shit like that. And there's the data jacks for the hand. And there's quickness and strength. Alright, well, we'll save some of our... Oh shit, hold up. Medical supplies, so I can sell something to you, Doc. Alright, cyberware and leg enhanced articulation. Quickness and dodge, I'll take it. We don't get the max HP that we would if we took the heavier leg, but our HP is already pretty high. Considering that we took the bear, we don't need it. So let's look at our new cyberware now. Alright, we got one leg done. Maybe it wasn't Chicago. Ambrose. Good man. We got maximum law here. Don't mess with the law, written on his board there. Damn. So we can't buy that crazy good deck that was at DeckCon. Street operative armor, huh? Man, a Flight Excalibur. Flight Excalibur. Fairlight. I guess you can abbreviate short for flight. Because I'm saying F-light, so flight. Where'd that woman who makes the lumpia go? You know, the super nanny? No idea. Matthew's got nothing to say to us. These guys have got fuck all to say to us. Crafty Zeus, she's moving around. Ding ding. Crafty. Itchy. A loud thump followed by shit. Well, that was definitely me a couple of episodes ago when I bumped my goddamn knee. I know exactly how you feel, Crafty. Well, what is it? The Yama Kings. They're real. I'd be willing to believe you. Imagination, yes, it is a hell of a thing. But I think that a lot of you would agree with me that it's very difficult to imagine something you've never seen before or never had a concept of before. Like, for example, uh, fucking Yama Kings and shit. If if no human being, which there's probably some point in time where no person had a concept of what the fuck a Yama King was, or is, or anything about them. Somebody had to experience or see or find something that, that helped them understand or visualize what a Yama King was. And I know, the subconscious is a very powerful thing. It can come up with a lot of crazy shit, but on that same note, it can also synthesize information in the background of your mind. When you dream about some shit, huh? So yeah, I'd be willing to buy that. I'm one of those people that accept that there's a lot that I could never possibly fathom or understand. That the existence of things beyond my understanding, uh, that there's a a lot of it. So Crafty Zoo's putting it together here. Wujing-lined coat. And then you've got thaumaturgic armor. You know, these little fetishes and stuff like this are pretty cool. Because if you buy them and you have them in your inventory, they can, like, allow you to do basic spirit summoning and shit like that. And it can help you get skill checks. But there is a requirement for it, you see? Spirit, summoning 3, spellcasting 2, spellcasting 4. So yeah, there is a requirement. You don't just get the equipments for free. Our our spirit summoning is at 3 though, so. Alright. Thank you, Crafty. Crafty is a very fine woman. She's very dedicated. Like, she didn't even ask for money. She just helped us because we asked. And we only just recently met her. And she was really interested in what we had to say. Dancer arrives to the top floor. Holy shit, an Ares mono sword. Hmm. You get an extra 1 AP if you get a kill. Oh wait, shit, we went to Crafty Zoos. I thought this was the bolt hole. Let's claim our money and post the pay data. Claim the pay data from the museum. Nice. Post the new pay data. Oh, here we go. Notes from Crafty. Approach from a place of wisdom, though, and you can bind them with their own laws. Okay, so I guess that was the message that was bugging out our terminal. The message that literally never got sent that Crafty was supposed to give us. So Crafty tells us about the Yama Kings occupying uh, the very first place that we went to, the mission, the city, the walled city. Let's go down and work our way up. Oh, where's Raptor? He's not here. guide you? Oh, they're all for Kindly Cheng. Okay. We gotta go talk to Kindly Cheng. Mrs. Cheng changed outfits. Hmm. Literally all of these last two things, all three of them were saying the same thing. So I have the feeling that Kindly Cheng here is bringing all of these tools and the stun gun and the plastic and stuff for us to capture this man and something to circumvent that cortical implant. Alright, so now that we got the conversation done with Kindly Cheng, yeah, is there anything else Miss Cheng can say to us? Okay, I guess not. Not now. So we still gotta kidnap Rooster low and fuck up a tower's feng shui. Raptor. Your mother and father exchanged fluids sloppily, no doubt. Yeah, Raptor, it's super interesting talking to you, man. And and for the people who heavily disagree with Raptor, you're the ones who should find it the most interesting because his views are so different from yours that he thinks in a way that you couldn't possibly think or consider things, right? Like all you have is your own thoughts on the situation, and since you're so far in one direction of opinion or views, and Raptor's so far in the other direction, that should really pique your interest, shouldn't it? I mean, sure, you may dislike what he's saying, but, I mean, don't you kind of want to know the antithesis of your own opinions? You could learn something. Something useful. And if you don't, well, you learn that there was nothing there. Maybe. Who knows? You got something to gain from people. Talking to somebody who you disagree with. You definitely do. As long as you know, can set aside the emotions. That's the difficult part. Hmm. Hey, yeah, the way the character responded. What animal did you base those off of? Has anybody noticed that there isn't any technology that wasn't based off of an idea somewhere around our natural planet that it occurs somewhere? You might be asking, well, I don't see animals running around with guns. No, you don't. But you do see combustion in nature in different places. Gas is being ignited. You know, uh, how we use pumps, geysers. They have water pressure and stuff that builds and you know or gas pressure on gas, volcanic vents and whatnot. A lot of human technology mimics. It mimics our environment and our surroundings in some way, form or shape. Like, when I say it mimics, you gotta leave some room for interpretation there, because I'm using a very, very, very broad word on fucking millions and billions of different pieces of technology that we use. Okay, it's a pipe dream, it's never gonna happen. I don't know about that, because, ugly duckling theory, right? And though Raptor may be a sample size of one, every ugly duckling in evolution starts out as a sample size of one. Someone or something has to be the first of something, right? The first animal that decided to metabolize oxygen, uh, you know, there it is. Or even the first animal that decided, hey, I'm going to use this ultraviolet radiation in order to produce nutrients for myself. I'm going to photosynthesize, and I'm going to use oxygen as another source of energy, in which it's usually poisonous to other animals who cannot metabolize oxygen and ultraviolet radiation. Anyways, I'm getting way deep into a whole bunch of shit, but I don't really feel anything about it, but saying it's never gonna happen, that's a bit extreme. It terrifies me? No, it doesn't, because it's actually extremely interesting that somebody's body isn't rejecting all of this chrome. He's not having side effects from having so much of his body replaced. These are all pretty extreme. I mean, I guess I'm comfortable. Yeah. I want to say it doesn't make me feel much of anything, but yeah, I'll just go with dog eat dog. I mean, I've already accepted a bunch of chrome in this game already. BioWare, all of these cords and shit in my body in order to increase my reflexes and ability to dodge bullets and shit to stay alive and survive. Some people may question, well, what? You're talking about evolution and shit, and this is technology of man, it's not natural. Yeah, I can see what you mean with that. The only response I really have to that is, well, monkeys use tools. We're not the only animals that use tools and our environment to our advantage. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty extreme compared to something happening slowly over millions of fucking years. But on that same note, I mean, it only takes you like 5 minutes to just grab a piece of a tree trunk and whittle it down into being sharp and using it as a tool. But yeah, I think that tools are acceptable as, the an evolutionary trait of an animal. usage of your environment, manipulation of objects. Otherwise, thumbs would not be a thing. Opposable thumbs. Yeah, opposable thumbs lets us use tools. So, there's that right there. Monkeys, apes, they all have opposable thumbs too. Lets them use tools. And again, yes, I'm very aware that I'm comparing a high-tech cyber fucking body attachment to a piece of fucking wood that's stripped down. Yes, I'm fully aware, but just take the concept of it right. I don't have to write a massive essay for it, but I think you guys have you can understand it if that was your response. Yeah, you know, be psychopaths. I think that there was somebody who put together some shit, and they were like making a list of early symptoms of psychopaths or extreme or severe mental illness that serial killers tend to have, and cruelty to small animals uh, is one of those things that's on the list. I remember Mickey telling me about it. I think it was something we discussed really briefly. It was just like a passing thing. It wasn't an in-depth conversation. Not like we're having with Raptor here. For killing a bird, that's not an overreaction. Reaction. Like slitting the pet's throat, that was a full conscious action. It wasn't something that he did by accident or a group of kids like trying to be cruel to a specific kid or something by killing their pet puppy or animal or something like that. No, this with Ractor was a deliberate action. So I guess it wasn't very little. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I could see exactly why Ractor did that, because if he continued to be himself, that would only make it more difficult on himself. So he could just ape them. You could try for a little while, but like time and again, you'll get reproached on that and punished, things taken away from you. So if you behave, they'll suddenly everything's fine. That does make sense. If a ecosystem is nothing but predators, it's very well possible that they'll just annihilate each other and the population will never be able to grow beyond a certain point because they will just kill each other. The food chain would be all fucked up. And when I say food chain, I'm not talking about eating each other. I'm just talking about survival of the fittest here. Raptor brings about the Terminator movie. I don't know if I'm gonna help push it forward, but I know that if it is going to happen, which technology will always advance, somebody's gonna be thinking of how to make whatever we've got better. And when it clicks, it spreads like wildfire. And, there's gonna be resistance to it. There was resistance to technology. There still is. Amish people think that, technology is evil. It's of the devil. But, you fast forward a couple hundred years, suddenly, the entire world is dependent on electricity. There's electricity in damn near every household that you will see or find. Lights, heat, internet, hell, even making and storing our own food, electricity. So yeah, um, I'll probably if I was this guy in this game and I've already accepted Chrome and stuff, I'm already there. Half of my body is already Chrome. Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. That was an emergency. My own mother just fell and we had to get her up. Okay. Okay. So we've got that conversation done and ended with Ractor. This is why I do not seek you out to speak on it. Or is it that the devs were a little bit lazy in making Gaichu have AI that comes to you and talks to you, huh? You gotta come down here and talk to him. That's how it is for everybody on this damn boat. If he let him live, then the dude would just get it back up and hunt him down again. That's what we're already talking about, right? Alright. Good night, Gaichu. Oh, man. Whoa. Smells like ass in your room. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. That is a really big problem with what I mentioned earlier with Raptor. If you disagree with somebody, you're trying to think of, how do I reply? What do I say about this? This dude's talking about technology overrunning the world and shit. It's evil. I can't have that. No, no. But uh, as exaggerated of a response as I made right there towards an imaginary person, rather than, what I was talking about earlier, you saying, you could learn something from talking with somebody you disagree with because they think a way that you don't. Yes, my mother is okay. Yes, she fell, but she's fine. I think. I'm pretty sure she is. We got her up, though, relatively quickly. She's just laying down on the bed, resting. Oh yeah, about that coat. Oops. Yeah, that was to Mickey. I've been trying to find myself a new coat. You know, uh, I'm really attached to my coat. I take very good care of my possessions. I have very, very few possessions, but the ones that I do have, when they start to break down, I fix them. When they get dirty, I clean them. I don't very easily replace my possessions. Um, it's not it's not some hoarding mental thing. It's just that what I have works, and you know, my coat is my oldest possession. When I was a little kid, I used to. Uh, I used this big. Uh, what is it? It was a coat that was made in New York, I think. Let me check on it. Yeah, it's an academics coat that was made in New York, and it's got extremely fine threads, and it's got some fur uh, on a hood on the top of it, and it's got a little zipper that lets you detach the hood. It's got one internal pocket and two external pockets. The internal pocket is on the inner left side of the coat. Anyways, this coat, it kept me warm. It served its purpose for a very long time. It was a big coat too. I got it when I was in like maybe elementary or something. I've had the coat with me for as long as I could remember, and it's been beaten, battered, torn, and bitten on by dogs. The coat's protected me from the cold. It's kept me warm, kept me toasty. Sometimes it was my blanket, because, you know, sometimes I didn't have one. It's an academic's coat. It's really nice. I could detach the hood whenever I wanted to, which I rarely ever did. Sometimes I just did it just because, you know, it would get in the way, and then I would stuff it inside one of the internal pockets. I keep my gloves and spare hat inside the inner pocket. The coat, it's got some tears in the back of it, and I've grown much bigger now, and it's not ill-fitting. It was a gigantic coat when I was in uh, elementary. I could barely even fit my arms halfway through the sleeves. The coat was so big. The, the coat, it hang down past my kneecaps. That's how big it was. You'd think this thing was a trench coat. But no, it wasn't. A lot of the fluff has come out of it, though, and it's in pretty bad condition. And Mickey and I, we're working on getting me a new coat. We were gonna get one for Christmas, but I couldn't think of anything at the time, and then it clicked later on, hey, maybe I can get a new coat. I really wanted to refurbish this old one, or maybe get one that at least looked the same, but this possession has done me well, so I try to do it well by, you know, trying to keep it in good condition. I remember one time I tried to sew a few of the cuts back up in the coat, and I did, but, you know, eventually that's the weak point of the coat, right? It comes apart and falls back into disrepair. It's old, about as old as I am, maybe older. Yeah, that's the story of my coat. I can't even remember why I got into a story about my coat, but, oh yeah, something about old possessions. But yeah, I tend to do that with all of my things. I use them for as long as I can and fix them up and keep them going. Since they do me so well, I do them well too. It's gonna hurt to throw that coat away. Really do wish that I could fix it, but it is really beat up. Really, really beat up. Oh yeah, there was a guy who went crazy right in front of us and then he just died. Didn't he? Damn! She put her knife skills to work on her own tongue, carved it out, plated it, and ripped out most of her teeth for garnish. And then bit down on coal from a fireplace to stop the bleeding. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. That makes me cringe. My God. Got a conversation with Gup. What? Oh, fucking God. She's looking for the goddamn shiny stone. I think that confirms our session of the Heoi dialogue. Probably. You're probably just gonna check the timer on the video and see that there's only a couple of seconds left or some shit and just end it right here and go on to the next part, huh? I know you are. Resist the temptation. Resist the temptation. Alright, let's save. Game saved. Alright, we got, oh man, we got a lot of shit to do. So we gotta take the MTR to meet Dreamland. We gotta catch a boat to a sinking ship and find Gobbet. We gotta... Okay. We'll go find Gobbet. Because she's gone missing. In the next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate you all.